Hello everyone, hope everyone is having a fantastic day so far. The sun is shining here in Nürburgring. I would like to make this video as a reaction to yesterday's video related to the crash of the BMW M4. First of all, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone for their support, for the positive messages, for people who reached out who want to help to rebuild the car, the companies that have reached out who want to provide parts. We have even 3D printing companies that want to 3D print complete parts. It's been quite overwhelming. In today's video, I want to do two things. React on a couple of public statements, I would say, from the public. And first and foremost, at the end of the video, you will see the lap that we shot, that we intended to shoot, how we were driving up until the point of accident. The reason why I want to include this is because I'm not going to deny that sometimes I'm driving a bit too exciting, because at the end of the day it's a fine line between exciting content and being a reckless driver, and also me as a driver, I want to enjoy the car, and sometimes you would like to take the curb to see how suspension works and see what it does, and you're having fun with friends, etc, etc. But when you watch this particular onboard of that BMW M4 G82 that we drove, I didn't take any curb. I was keeping in a lot of distance from the other traffic. There was no tire squeal. It was one of the slowest laps I've ever done. And the only sketchy overtake I did that day was Audi RS5 head marshal car. And he indicated to the right, and I knew that if head marshal turns to the right, that's the person I would trust the most ever. I would trust a head marshal over like even a professional race car driver. So I knew he was going to stay to the right, so the speed difference was quite high and I passed him. That particular lap was not aimed at setting lap times. People said like you never wear a helmet and that's why you must have been driving like an idiot. The reason why I was wearing a helmet is because owner asked me to. There were multiple occasions earlier in the year, on other years, when owner tells me like, hey, I'd like to wear a helmet. To which I would say like, yeah, in a modern car such as this, it might be not a good idea because it's not made for wearing a helmet with all the safety features, but if you want to, we'll do it. We did a FK8 earlier this year with helmets. I said like, hey, owner wants it, I will do it, no worries. So that's related to that part. Have a look at the video, let me know if I was doing anything crazy, and this particular lap was not a suicidal lap record or whatsoever. And then, well, the unthinkable happened. I cannot show you the crash footage or from the moment when it starts going wrong, but the thumbnail of this video was taken on top of Foxhole, and that was the last picture that anyone took of the car when it was still in one piece. Let's wait for the trauma helicopter. Not a good news, not a good news. I hope everyone is fine. The second thing, I'll try to keep it simple and brief, is the major, I would say, outcry due to misunderstanding was me attaching a GoFundMe to this rebuild. Again, I explained it very well in the video. Some people misunderstood, some people didn't even watch it. They probably just saw a GoFundMe and they already were ready with their pitchforks and like, Misha, you're on, well, you know who you are. And I explained and explained it again for people who want to listen, who do not want to listen, you probably don't even watch anymore. The GoFundMe was intended for building a better car than it was before the accident. Let me explain. Over the past, whenever I had an incident, whether it was door mud because of my mistake or because of there was something else happened, for example, M4 CS 2 years ago, there was about 30,000 euro worth of damage. I put 20,000+ euro worth of mods on top because I wanted to the owner come out with a better experience. Last year there was a brake failure on BMW E30. There was about 800 euro worth of scratches, I think, not a single barrier damage. And I repainted the car completely in fabulous British racing green for 5,000 or 6,000 euros. I curbed the wheel. That most of the people and the owner itself said like, hey, you know what, whatever, I don't care. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy you a new wheel. And why? Because I can. Like I said in the video, because I'm fortunate enough, thanks to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, brand deals, businesses, and etc., that by now, whereas 10 years ago I was absolutely broke, now I look broke because I don't care about how I look, I guess, in a way, and it allows me to do other fun stuff. I don't have to wear designer clothes because we have Like Falcon, they have their own fashion brand. Fantastic, shout out. In this case, I wanted to do something extra for the owner still, because there are plenty of crowdfunding actions and everyone found it so nice always when I rebuild the car extra. But in this case, I sincerely believe that, of course, as a driver, I didn't leave enough error for a mistake, and mistake happened, but a very bad mistake, and it could have had to do with anything. And I think we should be happy that, like in all the other cases, I'm sorry that I am rebuilding any single car, because only the locals are the ones who complaining for the last 10 years. I need to vent right now, sorry. Complaining for the last 10 years, whether I make just vlogs or driving or I do this or whatever I do, it's not good enough. But the same people have crashed other people's cars because they were either asked to do some lap time or they wanted to prove themselves, and they just walk away and nobody can do anything because there's no written contract and no one can blame anyone. We know those people. Maybe let's make it a drama. Let's stop doing all the onboards. Let's do a drama channel. I'm sure that's going to be fantastic. Everyone is making mistakes. It's the way you deal with it. And don't laugh about other people's misfortunes. It's shit. It's really bad. Don't laugh about that someone is enjoying having the best time of his life with driving race car for a team, and then saying like, he's not a pro driver, he only got his contract because he has this many whatever followers. Those people that complain have in their Instagram bio that they are a race car driver. And those people who complain and put a GoFundMe, they put GoFundMe when they crash their race car to rebuild it. So anyway, live and let live. That's the main important thing. Taking the GoFundMe down because whatever, like honestly, whatever. I'm gonna rebuild the car as I promised with the owner, and at the end of the day, it's only between owner and me what we will be doing. And friends visiting. What I also want to finally say is that the same people complain that the track is getting too dangerous because the cars are too fast or too slow, or there's too many coolant spills, too many bikers, not enough marshals, the track is too dangerous, complain, and yet they still built an even faster car for the upcoming season and keep driving Kiev. So I guess at the end of the day, people just complain for the sake of complaining. Oh, and what will happen with the money that people have donated? It will go as intended towards a mod that was not on the car previously before and not provided by our company. And if people want to have their money back, I'll send it happily back to them. And some people still gonna complain that we didn't do as intended. And no, I'm not only focusing on the negative. I do not want to give haters any stadium and etc. and giving them attention. But PR is important, and you need to react on things that are not true. And I'm also allowed to express my opinion. And you're allowed to agree and disagree with it. So let me know in the comments, and I'll enjoy the video. One more final thing I forgot to comment on. We are not going to rebuild that rack of a chassis of a car. We might use the engine, but of course we will buy a new either chassis or a complete car and then make the best of it. You may remember this car because at the beginning of the year we already done a lap with it. It was accompanied by its sister car. This one is on Belarusian plates, the other one was on Ukrainian plates, and here's another friend on Polish plates. So we have almost the full Slav convention here. Anyway, what we have here is BMW G82 M4 with lots of mods. Big brakes, endless pads, I believe Moton suspension, right? Brand new Moton, because last time we drove it, it was on stock, right? Or
time it was KW springs.
Just lowering springs, which was quite bad, which I broke, by the way, in Foxhole. Yes, so now we have some nice external reservoirs of Moton, we have inventory intake, and we had a couple of more horsepowers, right? Probably, yeah.
Not sure about
Yeah, we don't know, we don't care. I love it, I love this kind of approach. We have a wing. What's the 42 number? Is that your shoe size?
Yeah, it's my shoe size.
Okay, good.
We also changed the wheels. Now it's 18-inch. They are actually made by my good friend. As you can see, some custom things.
Okay, I love how it's like already the social handle. So
right, and also 42 the shoe size.
Nice shoe size. So it's the shoe size of your car, not of yours, huh? Maybe.
It's the common thing.
Nice. It's running Nankang CRS tires.
Yeah,
last time you had something Air ones, yeah. I love them, and especially what I found out with CRS is that they work amazing on heavy car or car that has downforce that presses. On lighter cars, people don't seem to like them. But you saw it on 458 Challenge, on some other cars recently that I drove on the GT3, and this probably will be also quite good. I don't know what's your personal experience.
I actually like them, but to be honest, I don't see huge difference between AR1 and these ones.
Sound, noise.
Noise, yeah.
Noise.
You can drive them on the highway.
Yes.
Exactly.
Noise, and this should be much better in the wet. And actually, well, according to the tests, it should be faster and also more durable. But that's something that people need to find out for themselves. Aside from the official tests, that's what I always tell people, although with my very good relationship with Nankang, I love their performance. Anyway, enough about tires. Let's not get you too tired. Let's hop in the car, do a couple of laps. I'm really excited to feel out the differences, and especially, with us driving the GT4 car, this comes kind of close. You're just missing the full slicks and maybe a bit of additional aero on the front, I would say. Although. Anyway, enough talking, let's go.